Alright, how's it going, guys? My name is KC and welcome, or should I say welcome back, to Insomnia. I know y'all remember this one. It was made by the same guy that gave us Fredbear Workshop and a couple of others, such as Five Nights with the Toys and One Night at Springtraps. And I remember I did play Five Nights with the Toys recently. It is currently 5 in the morning, and I'm just revisiting this one for the hell of it, because why not? I revisited Fredbear Workshop last year, so I figured I'd revisit this one too. Without wasting any more time, let's get started. Alright, here we are in our nice little low-budget office full of blue walls and a blue ceiling and hella monitors all over the place. Why? What purpose do they serve? I don't know. Is this like a warehouse or a storage room or something full of animatronics? And of course, lots and lots of monitors. No idea, but let's hide the instructions. I already know how to play. I remember this shit quite well, like it was yesterday. We were about to blow through this whole game with no issues. It probably won't take me more than 10 minutes. Well, it actually will. The nights are pretty long, but when it comes to editing, this video is probably going to be no more than 10 or maybe 12 minutes. This is about to be a short one because you guys see what I'm doing right here? This is basically the whole game. You're supposed to go over there to check on Toy Freddy, except there's a little back door, a small little hiccup with his programming. He doesn't kill you. As long as you don't go over there, you can basically ignore him for the whole game, and nothing is going to happen to you. Just don't go over there. You guys see what I'm doing right here? This is the whole game right here. This is pretty much all you're going to be doing for the entire game. Just moving your mouse left, right, and behind you. Should I say, in this case, flicking it. I'm sorry. You're just flicking your mouse to 3 different spots constantly, and the game is going to handle the rest. The flashlight turns on by itself when you turn over there. That's quite the embarrassing little cheat that you left in your game, Mr. Hadman. I haven't seen anything like that since fucking Afton's Workshop Chapter 1, The Locker. Y'all remember that one? I played it last year, late last year, around this time last year. That was the most egregious case of being able to backdoor a game that I've ever seen. All right, locker time. I'll see you guys in another 5 minutes. Is there a phone call? There ain't even no phone call tonight. Okay. It's night 5, people. This is as real as it's ever gonna get. It don't matter how real it gets, though. Hey! These motherfuckers ain't got nothing on this locker. A little back door to the developer left wide fucking open. You just go in the locker, and as long as you don't come out, nothing's gonna happen to you. Click the card in the top right corner of your screen to see for yourself. Literally, all you have to do as soon as you load into the night is just flick the mouse down once. That'll put you in the locker, and you can stay in there for the whole night and you'll win. As long as you don't come out, nothing's going to happen. They're not going to forcefully rip the locker open and get you while you're in there. No, they're going to be waiting outside for you to come out of there. But as long as you don't come out of there, you're good. And it's the same situation with this. But obviously, that Afton's Workshop game is way more egregious than this because I'm having to do a lot more than just flick the mouse down once as soon as I start the night and then go AFK. I'm actually looking around because these motherfuckers are going to get me if I ignore them. Alright, going into night 2. It's not the first time I've seen something like this. Again, Afton's Workshop Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 also. There were plenty of little hiccups in Chapter 2. Let's hide the tips. Playing this again after 5 years and after playing the Afton's Workshop games, it just reminds me of, you know, how bad the cheesing is in those games. But the first game is way worse. And just because you're doing a lot more than just hiding in the locker and going AFK in this game, that doesn't mean that it's good in any way, shape, or form. If you're addicted to flicking the mouse all over the place, then more power to you. This is the game for you. I couldn't recommend this game anymore. Now, if I remember correctly, this is Hadman's first game where he actually used 3D models that he made himself instead of just photoshopping stuff all over the place. It's not all that good, but we gotta start from somewhere. These are the same models used in Fredbear Workshop, except that one was just as much of a miss as this one. For starters, there's no point in getting out of the cameras ever, unless you want to mess with the fan. Which in that game you can turn the fan on and off, but that's completely irrelevant. The game also has post-night cutscenes / minigames, but those make absolutely no fucking sense. I'm talking about the story. I see a lot of theorists saying that William Afton was still alive in that suit that he was trapped in for 30 years. And I'm like, you people do realize that's not the case at all, right? William died in that suit 100%. It's just that his spirit is possessing the animatronic, the spring body animatronic that has his dead body trapped inside of it. That's all it is. It's literally that simple. So where the fuck did all this nonsense of him still being alive? Like physically, his body was still like, do you see the state his body is in? Inside that suit? There's no way he's alive. He's a corpse, a rotted corpse. It's his spirit just possessing the animatronic. That's it. But the body in there is dead. And then here goes Hadman coming out with Fredbear Workshop, where the opening cutscene is somehow when Fazbear's Fright burned down, William Afton was still alive in that suit, and they managed to pull him out of it too. He was trapped in there for 30 years. I even complained about that both fucking times I played Fredbear Workshop. Spring locks went off and he suffered a brutal, painful death. Well, apparently that's not what happened in this game, because he survived and he's been in that suit for 30 years with no food, no water, and with spring locks literally impaling him all over his body. What kind of shit is that? And then we got two motherfuckers beating a kid to death over a drawing. Let's hit him on his head with the hammer since his hands are locked. The fuck you mean his hands are locked? No, please. God damn. I'm sorry, but the story was a 0 out of 10 for Fredbear Workshop. I'm over here yapping about Fredbear Workshop, a game that I'm not even playing right now. I'm playing Insomnia, the game that came before it. And the reason why is because what is there to talk about with Insomnia exactly, other than, you know, it was Hadman's first 3D game where he did all the modeling himself and didn't use a single ounce of photoshopping anywhere in anything. Other than that, there's nothing to talk about in this game. And of course, the gameplay where you're just doing this shit for 5 nights in a row. Other than that, though, that's basically it. What else is there to talk about with this game? Nothing, absolutely nothing. It's literally an empty shell. I just had coffee before I started recording this, and it's a good thing I did. If I didn't, I'd be asleep playing this shit right now. Oh, there's something else to talk about. Don't even get me started on night 6. Don't even get me started on night 6. Y'all remember night 6? I made the mistake of dedicating an entire fucking hour trying to beat night 6 before I realized that it's impossible. Oh my god, Shadow Bonnie does move. Happened again. What the hell? Oh my god. I'm tempted to just skip it entirely, but I'm gonna give it just one try. And as soon as I die, I'm ending the video. You know, that's an accomplishment in and of itself. It's not often where I see a night 6 that's confirmed to be impossible. It's impossible. It's not possible, guys, okay? I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That's the hill that I'm gonna... I haven't seen anybody on YouTube beat it. There's no way it's possible, and that's the hill that I'm gonna die on. I've had some people in the comments of my first playthrough of this 5 years ago saying that they've beaten it, but I'm not buying it. I'm not. All right? Post it on YouTube. Come with the proof. Give me a video or something, or else you did not beat it. Why do you keep showing me the tips every single time I get into another night? Like, I already know how to play. I'm good. I don't need these fucking things popping up on my screen every time I start another night. But yeah, I've had some people in the comments come through and say, hey, it is possible. I've beaten it. Proof for it never happened. If this thing is possible, show me. Give me a video. Post it to YouTube. Or else there's just no way I'm ever gonna believe you. That's it. It's literally that simple. I got something that'll spice this gameplay up, though. Gameplay is in this video, not the game. There's no... What can you do to spice up this basic bare bones ass gameplay of just looking left, right, and behind you constantly for the whole game? Nothing. When I say gameplay, I mean the video. We're gonna play the battery percentage game. Oh, what? You think we can't do the battery percentage game outside of 3 low-budget FNAF fan games? Says who? Who the hell decided that, huh? Now, obviously, we can't do the battery percentage game while I'm playing this because I usually do it when there's nothing going on. And there is something going on. These animatronics are going to get me if I don't flash them. But it's okay, though. I got a way around that. I'm going to just pass this over to VoiceOver KC while I'm editing this, and he'll take care of it for you, all right? Come on, buddy. You got it. The floor's all yours. Aw, thank you. Thank you. You're too kind. So we don't need no introduction. It's just me that's editing this video talking. Everyone who's familiar with 3 low-budget FNAF fan games already knows the battery percentage game. I'm basically going to spend 3 rounds trying to guess your battery percentage, If you're watching this on anything that has battery life, be it a phone, a tablet, Nintendo Switch, or a laptop, you can participate. If I guess your battery percentage, you're out and you gotta leave a like, although even if you survive, I'd greatly appreciate it if you left a like anyways, okay? Now, without wasting any more time, we're gonna get started with round 1. 16%, 73%, 4%. If your shit isn't on the charge about being on 4%, what are you doing exactly? 92% and 27%. Round 2, 60%, 35%, 99%, 14%, cutting it kind of close there, and 48%. Round 3, 66%, 21%, 79%, 25%, and 53%. Let me know how far you guys made it, and let me know if your streak continues or if it just ended. I'm very curious. Anyways, I still got a couple minutes left before I gotta pass it back to the me that's playing this game. Did y'all have a good Thanksgiving? I hope so. So I'm sure y'all are wondering why or how I'm suddenly uploading so much these last couple of days, especially since I normally take a couple days to a week or maybe even more to upload. I'm sorry to say, but don't get used to it. This is only temporary. The answer is pretty simple. I'm on vacation right now from my job. I've got pretty much nothing to do, so I decided that in that case, let me just get some videos out and spam some more 3 low budget FNAF fan games, which is obviously the crown jewel of the channel, okay? That's why I do so many of them. I mean, at this rate, we're definitely gonna reach 60 before this year is done. But even then, I might keep going and get up to 65. I don't know yet, but I'm sure somebody somewhere, or probably more than one person, has been wondering if I'm gonna do something else besides 3 low budget FNAF fan games. You know, just do normal playthroughs where I play FNAF fan games and finish them, which is what I used to do and still do. The answer is technically a yes. I do plan on doing that, but it's also kind of complicated, all right? Let me explain. I want to. I really do, but the problem is that it seems like anything that isn't 3 low budget FNAF fan games, people just aren't interested in my humble, small YouTuber opinion. If a video doesn't get at least 1,000 views and 100 likes, I cannot bring myself to not consider it a flop. And lately, every single time I try to do something that isn't 3 low budget FNAF fan games, it does get to at least 1,000 views eventually, but it takes forever, like multiple days to a week. Meanwhile, 3 low budget FNAF fan game videos hit 1K in a single day, or sometimes even less than a day. They do way better and people actually watch them. And the icing on the cake is when I upload a regular FNAF fan game playthrough, the numbers are just dragging their feet, and YouTube even rubs it in my face by saying fewer subscribers are choosing to watch this video. And this happens every single time I upload something that isn't 3 low budget FNAF fan games. Fuck, I don't even want to know what's gonna happen if I do something completely unrelated to FNAF. But yeah, there's the reason for the 3 low budget FNAF fan game spam. This is it right here. YouTube is snitching on you guys, all right? Because it says fewer subscribers. This is why I spam 3 low budget FNAF fan games, because people just don't seem to be interested in anything else, and I peeped that. So I kind of held off on playing other fan games. And I think that's a completely reasonable response. It's like if you're a business, you know? If sales are down on a particular product, nobody's buying the shit, why would you keep selling it? You see what I mean? Listen, I discovered a long time ago that people like it when I play bad FNAF fan games. I'm like 1,000% sure that people are rocking with 3 low budget FNAF fan games, not because people just like videos of 3 FNAF fan games in general. Nah, I am like 100,000%, no, 100 billion% sure that it's because the fan games are low budget. In other words, bad FNAF fan games that are 1 out of 10 material. For those of y'all that were here in 2023, low budget FNAF fan games were quite frankly my whole shtick on YouTube at that point. I was starting to catch on in 2022, but in 2023, that's when I really realized it. Because when I started playing the Return to Freddy's and Five Nights at Treasure Island, you know, any games that were old and infamous for being messy or straight ass, the channel started blowing up and I was like, okay, I got something. Look at the numbers, the channel's finally going somewhere now. People seem to really like it when I play low budget FNAF fan games. So I wonder what'll happen if I played 3 bad FNAF fan games in one video. And then there was the experiment, the first episode of the series. The experiment was a complete success and the rest is history. I made 9 of those videos in 2023, 5 of them last year, and good lord, fuck. If I were to take a guess, probably almost 50 of them this year. And again, it has been absolutely carrying the channel. I don't think my numbers have ever been this high before. But wait, there's more. I also personally enjoy making them, and I can make them way faster than I can with regular playthroughs. With the regular playthroughs, I actually have to try my very best to beat the game, or at least beat the main 5 or 6 nights, and depending on the game, if the game happens to be a fucking slugfest, like it's got a lot going on to where I'm dying a lot and having to start over and over and over again every single time. I'm talking to you a week with Javier and AGK Studio 4. It just takes too much time and it takes longer to make. And sometimes I just straight up give up and be like, I'll come back to this another time, only to never come back to it and have the unfinished gameplay just sitting there on my hard drive collecting dust and taking up space for months. Matter of fact, that's the whole reason why I got a bunch of unfinished playthroughs on the channel. And I know that's not good. And to avoid that, that's why I've just stopped doing multiple parts and just settled on beating the whole thing in one video. However, with the games that I play on 3 low budget FNAF fan games, I don't even have to try. I'm just playing 3 games in one video. Just gotta play the 2 nights and be done with it. Or if a game is too busted or if it's on that bullshit, I can just tap out and move on to the next one, or just end the video. Overall, again, they're just way easier for me to make for that reason. And again, they're a lot more fun to make. The series has a charm to it. And also, listen, the concept of 3 FNAF fan games in one video, it's not new at all. I know, I'm not the one who invented this shit and I don't claim to be. However, respectfully, I don't think I see anyone else on YouTube that has a series of over 50 videos where they're just playing 3 bad FNAF fan games, not random FNAF fan games, bad FNAF fan games. I'm talking 1 out of 10 material. And also the term low budget speaks for itself. I was using that term since 2020, I think. I was already calling them low budget games even before I started the series. I said all that to say, let's do the lineup, all right? 3 low budget FNAF fan games. It's easier to make. I have fun making them. I can get them out a lot faster than anything else. And these videos do better, way better than anything else I upload, to the point where it's literally carrying the channel. Literally 99% of my Game Jolt notifications are people suggesting what games I should play next on the series. Is anybody really surprised that I'm spamming the shit out of this series? Well, believe it or not, there's actually a few that are surprised, and some of them are even complaining, and I'm like, what exactly did y'all think was gonna happen? Let me tell you something. When you're a YouTuber, it's important that you go where the views go, and that's what I'm doing. That's what everybody on this platform is doing. At least everybody that's actually taking this shit seriously. I am making money off of this channel. This shit used to be nothing but a hobby to me, and it still is, but now it's a hobby and also an extra side hustle. I used to just upload whatever I wanted. FNAF fan games, horror games, games that aren't even horror, but I can't do that anymore. I finally found what works, so it makes sense that I gotta stick to it, you know? Which is FNAF fan games, preferably older or lesser known ones, especially 3 low budget FNAF fan games. And speaking from experience, I guarantee you if I try uploading a couple videos in a row that aren't FNAF related or anything that I'm not known for, those videos are gonna flop so badly, my numbers are gonna get fucked up and my earnings are gonna drop. I'm sorry, but that's just how the YouTube algorithm works nowadays, and it sucks, but it is what it is. 3 low budget FNAF fan games is an absolute success. Dare I say, it's pretty much what I'm known for. If you search me up on YouTube, you're gonna see a lot of those videos. A couple friends of mine who I only speak to once or twice every fucking year hit me up saying that my low budget FNAF fan game videos are showing up in their recommended. Get this, somebody even made a parody of me and 3 low budget FNAF fan games, and another person is just borderline biting off of me, but that's neither here nor there. Again, it's a complete success, and it looks like I'm kind of suffering from that success a little bit because they're so successful, y'all apparently don't want to watch anything else I upload. If you want me to do other shit besides 3 low budget FNAF fan games, then you gotta make it worth my while. I need to see those same crazy numbers. Well, that's at least what I would be saying if it was earlier this year, but listen, I get it. That's not how YouTube works. I can't force anybody to watch anything they don't feel like watching, and I'm not going to. I'm not trying to, but it would be nice. Long story short, yes, I do plan on revisiting the many games that I never finished, even throwing some games that I haven't played yet in the mix too, but I'll also continue to do lots of 3 low budget FNAF fan games just to keep the numbers up. Also, I'm going to start doing shorts again. I haven't done shorts in over a fucking year at this point. I think my numbers could get even higher if I start spamming shorts again. And another thing, I looked at some of my videos from 2023 and early 2024. And I think I found a pattern, a little secret answer to an equation that I didn't even know existed. Not ready to spill the beans or go into detail yet because I'm going to need to do some testing just to be sure. But I'm going to let y'all know right now though, the second my numbers start getting fucked up, I'm going to have to pump out some more 3 low budget FNAF fan games. As a matter of fact, while we're on that topic, number 56 is coming later on today. And also, I might as well ask you guys, let's have a little heart to heart and be honest, okay? YouTube is snitching on y'all. All right, it's telling me that fewer of you guys are choosing not to watch my regular playthroughs. Why though? If it's because it's something that basically everybody and their mama and a whole bunch of other bigger YouTubers have already played, then I understand. I get it. You know, why watch me, basically a nobody compared to them, when you can go watch them? I get it. But is there any other reasons? Please, no pressure. I'm just curious. And with that, I'm pretty sure that's all the time I left for myself. I'm sure y'all forgot this was a playthrough of Insomnia, huh? Yeah, I don't blame you. I hope y'all enjoyed this little yap session, and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it right back to the me that was playing this game. All right. Thank you, voiceover KC. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the gameplay. I hope everybody won that battery percentage game, and I hope you guys enjoyed that little yap session. We're back now, night 5, 3 a.m., and you guys didn't miss a goddamn thing. It's literally just been the same shit since I passed it over to voiceover KC. What the fuck? Turn around. Okay, I forgot how to turn around for a second there. This game is so mind-numbing that I forget the controls sometimes in the middle of playing. Like, that's not good. That's really bad. Congratulations. Thanks, game. Again, if this is possible and you beat it, come with the video or I'm never gonna believe you, okay? Here we go into our first and only crack at night 6. Let's see how far we're gonna make it. All right, that was quick. So that was Insomnia. I originally gave this game a 1 out of 10, and after playing it again, my opinion hasn't changed one bit, not even a little bit. So we're gonna take that 1 out of 10 and run it back. I'm also gonna repeat what I said in the outro when I first played it, because my thoughts are still exactly the same 5 years later. Actually, no, it's not exactly the same anymore. There's a couple of twists this time. So, I originally said that there are only 2 positives that I was able to think of. Those being that the jump scares are semi-decent. After playing 5 years worth of FNAF fan games, I retract that statement. The jump scares are not decent, not even a little bit. The second positive was that the game had us moving around the place. Statement also retracted because we only get up and move to the hallway, but we don't need to, and we already established that. So, yeah. But that's it. There's no story. Graphics are screaming low budget. The game is way too easy and thus boring as all hell. Feels like I'm playing night 1 over and over and over again. I also looked at my original playthrough on this game and I saw that I struggled with night 5. I didn't know that you didn't have to check Freddy up until night 5, and before I discovered that, I was getting railed by both Mangle and Freddy on night 5, but that was just from me playing legitimately. What I'm trying to say is that it looks like night 5 isn't even possible if you play the shit legitimately. You have to cheese the shit and ignore Freddy if you want to beat night 5. I didn't know that when I first played this, but coming back to play it again, I do know that, and as y'all saw, I beat night 5 on the first try. I beat every single night on the first try. Night 6, we already know how that cookie crumbles. That shit is ass, impossible, busted, unfair, all kinds of unbalanced and completely unbeatable. Don't sit up here and tell me that it's possible unless you got proof. Otherwise, just save it. So yeah, overall, one of the easiest 1 out of 10s that I've ever given, like, ever. It's complete ass. I kind of regret not just revisiting this shit on 3 low budget FNAF fan games instead of giving it its own video, but hey, what can you do? What's done is done. And with that being said, I know for a fact that I've been rambling for long enough, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.